Hello everyone, welcome you all to this series. I just started learning the language and I thought there is not that much resources on the internet covering this topic, so why not to document it as I learn. Uh, so the best resource that I found on this internet learning the language is this store.dlang.org. This is the official documentation. They provide a 20 page to cover all the basics, and this is the first one. We'll write the hello world program in the D language. Okay. uh, Before we get started, D language is the extension of C. You can call it the extension of C. uh, Without the creepy syntax, D language provides a better syntax, but compiles it with the GCC. GCC. So you get all the performance of C++, but write a code in a slightly better manner. So the best thing about this page is you can read on the right side and write your code. You can read on the left side and write your code on the right. You can also run it here without installing anything, or downloading or installing anything. Uh, but but the disadvantage is you don't have any auto completion, which I obviously don't like as a lazy person, so I will use the VS Code along the way. What you need to is just download the DMD package from their website. Here I have set up the DMD package in my WSL Ubuntu. I will run it from here for this series, and this series might not be beginner friendly, I believe. You must know the basics of programming languages, at least one programming languages, like how the modules import work and everything. I will not describe everything from the basics. I will assume you already have the language basics, like what is return type, how a function is defined, and what is variable type, what kind of variables we all have, what is string, and this kind of fundamental things. I hope you understood that. Maybe in future I'll record something for the beginner from the beginning. So the hello world, I will rewrite it. The hello world program to work with, like we do in C++, to work with standard input output, we need to first import the standard IO library, which refers to standard input output. Uh, and the way we import this in Dlang is say d import and then stdio. Then obviously at the end of every line you have to put semicolon, and to define a function we say the return type, the name of the function, followed by the input arguments. We are not taking any input in this function, main function, followed by a braces, and your code goes here. uh, to print something in the terminal, a standard library provides us a function called writeLine. That translates to write line, I believe, and your string goes inside, and the string is defined as double quote. Let's see, will it work with a single quote? Hello world. And at the end you have to put semicolon, save the file, and to compile you just say dmd and your file name. hit enter, and all the compiled out executable would be visible on the same directory the file is located. To run it, just run the binary file hello. Okay, let's see hello world from, compile this. Yes, the edit is reflected. Okay, uh so will it work with single quote as well? Let's see. Oh no, I believe single quote is not translated as string in dlang, unlike Python. Oh, the error says you can define a single character with single quote, but multiple characters you have to use double quotation. Okay, that's another note. Okay. And why we have to say std.stdio? Why can't we say stdio? The thing is, a standard library, std refers to the standard library, and standard libraries are inside a link called std. And in D language, we translate the standard libraries as phobos, phobos. Another important thing is the input statement doesn't have to be at the very top of the file, like C++. We can have this file anywhere in the code file, like inside of a function. Let's see if it works. Hello world, and call it changed. Let's compile it, run it. See, it works. Okay, and you might be concerned about importing, might be concerned about, now let's talk about the selective imports. We know multiple modules might contain a function with the same name, and they might collide with each other. To prevent this, you can selectively import functions. Like if we are just using the write line function, the syntax is, here is the syntax. You put a colon and then the function name. If there is if you want to import multiple functions, you just simply put a comma and then the name of another functions. Okay, let's try it. Before ending the line, we say write line. Let's compile it. There's no error, so it would definitely run. Let's try another thing. We'll see a function called write_f_len. Let's try to run this without importing. See, did you see? It throws an error. So that means from stdio we are just importing the write_len function, nothing else than that. Okay, that's good. So it improves our readability, and the problem I have discussed earlier, crashing of a symbolic with the same name of different modules. Uh, Another important notes that is provided about the input directories, like all the other programming language, dlang also translate the module name as folder and files. If you say import my.cat, it reflects to a file called cat.d inside my. I hope you understood this. If I want to show like my, if you want to write your own module, you can do that. You can define your function here. Let's say void print. Let's take nothing and input. We could have actually taken the argument and printed, passed it through the writeLine function, but the fact is I haven't learned yet how to pass argument inside a D function. Okay, let's proceed. Can we import it without compiling, or do we have to? Let's check. Import my dot cat. Okay, let's run. Okay, instead of calling. Oh, another important thing, which I don't knew earlier. VS Code provide already provided us the way to comment. It is with double slash. Okay, let's call print and see what's happened. So it basically says undefined. So it basically says it can't find the my.cat because we need to provide the function, provide the folder with I, and let's see, cannot find my.d, my slash cat.d. Will it work? Your cat, my.cat is specified twice in the file. I don't know. Let's learn it together in the next video or next any other video. But according to the documentation, that is what it should be referring to. We might be compiling, we might need to compile it or do something else that I'm not yet concerned about. We'll see it in the next videos. Okay. Another thing I want to mention is if you want to see what are all the functions defined inside the stdio, you can simply Google the module name, sorry, probe's name. We should refer this as probe, stdio and dlink. This will give you the first link called probes. dlink org probes/stdio.html. And at the beginning of this page you will find all the functions are listed in a categories like writing. For writing we can use to file, write f, write line, write f line, write line. And if you want to see details of any of them, you can click on them and it will take you to the details. Evaluate, write, urge with \n. This means the writeLine by default puts a \n at the end of every line, and the write is the base function which Writes to the terminal just what have provided. Okay, I understood. In case of error, it throws an std IO exception. You can see the details. You can again see the details of it by clicking here, and this will, okay, whatever. That's all for today. See you tomorrow.